Hello, and welcome to the Week 1 recap. This is going to be a little interesting. I'm probably going to be posting 2 videos in one day because I got to do my predictions for next week now because I don't have much time working 2 jobs right now. So we're going to start off with Week 1. I'm going to rush through this, probably spend a little time on a few interesting games. We started out the week. I already did the South Florida and Stanford because those had already started before I did my first video. So Tulsa at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State ran away with the game. However, they let up 24 points to Tulsa, so their defense is kind of in question right now. Number 2, Ohio State did beat Indiana. I picked Ohio State. It was really close through 3 quarters, and then Ohio State ran away with it at the end, like they normally do in this matchup. But it's important to note that Indiana had the lead at halftime. Number 8, Washington versus Rutgers. I had Washington winning. They did. It was a low score for them. I kind of expected them to score a little higher than 30, but they didn't let Rutgers stay in the game for long. Number 9, Wisconsin at playing Utah State. I had Wisconsin winning, and they did. It was kind of a slow start for Wisconsin, but they pulled out a big win. Number 5, Clemson. Kent State at number 5, Clemson. Clemson ran away with this one. I think it was like 56-3. Akron at number 6, Penn State. I picked Penn State, and they won it spectacularly. I believe the final was 52-0. I had, in the Maryland at Texas game, I had Texas winning. Somehow Maryland pulled off a 10-point win, beating Texas 51-41. I was surprised. But at the same time, 3 turnovers for scores or something like that, something unreal like that. Texas did offensively outplay Maryland, so the Miami game, Miami won it. UTEP at number 7, Oklahoma. Oklahoma came away big. 11, Michigan at number 17, Florida. I picked Michigan to win this one, and I said my reasoning was their lack of offense for Florida. I just didn't think that offense could keep up with a defense like Michigan. When they play a good defense, they can't score, is what it comes down to. Michigan did win it. I believe the final was 33-17. Florida's 2 touchdowns were defensive. So Florida put up 3 points offensively. Michigan, I think, put up all 33 of theirs offensively. So offensively, they outscored each other marvelous. They outscored Florida marvelously. I still think it's a really strong win because while Florida's offense is terrible, Florida's defense is one of the best in Division I football. So for Michigan to put up 33 points on that defense, that's impressive. You gotta watch out for Michigan. They're gonna be a team to compete with this year. Stony Brook at 19, South Florida. I had South Florida winning, and they did. The next one is interesting. Western Michigan at number 4, USC. USC should have had this game locked down. But, don't let the final score confuse you. 49-31 looks like they ran away with it at the end, but they didn't really. Western Michigan has had the lead or was tied with USC for almost the entire game. USC scored first, went up 7-0. Western Michigan tied it, and then took the lead 14-7. Then it was tied at halftime 14-14. Then it was Western Michigan up 21-14. And it was tied. Then USC finally went up 28-21. Western pulled back to 28-28. 35-28, 35-31. 2 touchdowns in the last the last 4 minutes of the game for USC. One was a pick six, and the other was, I forget what, but it was a late touchdown that didn't really need to happen. But it made it look like USC ran away with it, and they really didn't. So it'll be interesting to see their matchup next week. Appalachian State at number 15, Georgia. Georgia won it hands down, 31-7, I think. Central Arkansas at number 20, Kansas State. Kansas State won. Georgia Southern at number 12, Auburn. Auburn started slow like they normally do and then ran away with it. Number 16, Louisville at Purdue. That was an interesting one. Purdue looked a lot better than people expected them to, than I expected them to. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with their season. Louisville, I had winning, and they still won. It was 35-28 final. Number 3, Florida State at number 1, Alabama. Now, to be perfectly clear here, I don't think Florida State is the number 3 team in the nation. I didn't before they lost their quarterback at the end of this game. Alabama, I had winning this one, and they won it 24-7. They really shut down Florida State in the second half. But Florida State, on their last offensive play of the game, lost their starting quarterback for the season. So they've dropped a lot to like 10th from 3rd. So it may be over for Florida State, depending on how this backup plays. BYU at number 13, LSU. LSU won it 27-0, but dominated the stat lines too. BYU never snapped the ball across the 50. Montana State at number 24, Washington State, and Washington State winning, and they did. Number 22, West Virginia, at number 21, Virginia Tech. I had picked Virginia Tech, kind of a toss-up here. I had gone with the Virginia Tech simply because it was a home game for them. I think I predicted like a point margin of 31-28, so like only about 4-point difference or 3-point difference. The final score was 31-24, so I was close, but Virginia Tech did come away with the win. And the last one on my list was number 25, Tennessee at Georgia Tech. I had picked Georgia Tech to win this game, and they did not. They had it it was 28-28 with the clock running out. Georgia Tech drives down the field to the Tennessee 20-yard line. He goes to kick the game-winning field goal, and Tennessee blocks it. So it goes to overtime. In the first overtime, Georgia Tech scores first. Tennessee scores. We go to second overtime. It's 35-35. And in second overtime, Tennessee goes first. They score a touchdown, get the extra point. It's 42-35. Georgia Tech scores a touchdown, and they go for 2 to end the game, and they don't get it. After going for 2, the finals and not getting it, the final score was 42-41, Tennessee. So that's the only, that's one of the 2 I got wrong. That makes it 21 out of 23 that I got correct. That's a pretty good start for the season, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going here. I'm probably gonna upload this video and then get that other video ready and uploaded for you guys as well for the predictions. I know it's gonna be back to back and it might hurt the views, whatever. I don't care. I need to get these out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like what I'm doing here, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.